Okay, so a bunch of people wanted me to make a settings video, right? First off, I'm gonna say that I'm not an insane player by any means. In fact, I think I'm average at best when it comes to playing Apex, especially on console. But be happy to just show you guys what I play on. So I'm gonna get into it. Alright, so I start with the gameplay section. So my interact prop style is on default. I keep button hints on. I play with crosshair damage feedback on X because I like seeing hit markers. I play with it off before, and it looks pretty smooth when you play with it off, but I would rather see hit markers when I play, so I keep it on an X. I play with damage numbers on both stacking and floating. Never keep them off. I used to play with them on a stacking a long time ago, but I'd rather see the numbers float and stack at the same time. I just think it looks better that way. Ping opacity, I play on faded. I don't like playing with it on default because I think it gets in the way. Obituaries, I play with them on. Minimap rotation, I play with them off. Weapon auto cycle on empty, I keep it on because I like the game doing it for me because I don't like pressing Y when I run out of ammo, so I'd rather keep that on. I keep auto sprint on because I'm pretty lazy to press the left stick every time to run. I'm glad they added that option in anyway, because I don't think that was an option in early seasons. I don't think that was ever a thing, but glad they added that in. Double tap sprint, I keep that off. I don't really need that. Incoming damage feedback, keep that on 2D. Taking damage closes death box menu, I have that off. Do not put that on. You would rather take damage looting items, trust me. Hop up, pop up, I have that on. I could take it off because I know what every hop up does in the game now, but I just keep it on just for whatever. Streamer mode, I have that off. Anonymous mode, I have it enabled because I like being secretive when I kill people, and it's just funny to see reactions and stuff like that. Usage sharing enabled. Cross-platform play, well, I can't disable that, plus I like clapping PlayStation kids anyway, so keep that on. Performance display on. Club invites, have that on disabled. I don't like being in clubs. Colorblind mode, I have that off. I used to have it on, Deuteranopia a long time ago because I like seeing the pink color. But I have it off nowadays. Subtitles off. Alright, onto the controller section. So I don't play claw, I play default, thumbs only, okay? Which means I literally have my left thumb on the left thumbstick and my right thumb on the right thumbstick. So the only buttons I have mapped right here is basically all default, by the way. But the only buttons I have mapped right here are my B button and LB. So I use LB to crouch, and I press my ability with B. And then my ultimate ability is B and RB. I just feel like it's smoother that way, just to play the game. Like, just, I guess, crouching with my left index finger, I guess that just feels better that way than opposed to pressing B with my right thumb. So I switched them around. So my stick layout is default. This is default as well. Crouch button on hold. I think playing on hold is better than toggle. I used to play on toggle a long time ago, but I just think playing on hold is better. Aim button on hold. Trigger dead zones, I have that on default. You could play them with none. I used to play with them on none, but I just have it on default now. Menu cursor speed, you can see that right there. That's why that's how fast I can loot stuff when I open boxes. This is what I used to play on before I switched to ALCs a while back. My movement dead zone is on small. Inverted look, I have that off. Vibration, I have that off. I feel like it's too distracting. I tried playing with vibration on before, but I feel like it's distracting. On to the advanced look controls. So I play with no dead zone, as you can see right here. I don't like playing with it on a lot because I feel like my aim is really stiff and the way I move is really stiff, okay? So I keep it all the way off. Outer threshold and response curve, I have those on default. I don't touch those. I tried touching them before, and at one point I couldn't control the way I played. That's when I turned it down. And when I turned it up, it just felt like it was too stiff. So I just keep them on default. So there's my yaw speed, pitch speed, turning extra yaw and extra pitch for when I turn around and look up and down. I keep this all the way up, my yaw speed, just because I like turning left and right a lot faster so I can turn on kids. And my pitch speed up and down, I keep this right here because I don't think I should have that too high. Like, just looking up and down, I don't think I should have that really high at all. These two values, I have them in the middle right here, along with the pitch speed, just because it feels a lot smoother, I would say, like when I turn around and look up and down. I used to have them like a little bit too high, but I couldn't control it, and I just felt like that was just too extra, so I just kept them in the middle. Here's my ADS yaw speed, pitch speed, extra yaw, extra pitch, ramp up time, and ramp up delay. So my ADS speed for looking up and down and left and right is very low, and then I have these all the way up. So that way when I aim in, it'll be faster. It'll look like I'm aiming fast, and then I have the ramp up time and delay very low, and it'll slow it down for me. So when I aim in at somebody, I'll be aiming really fast, and then I'll be aiming really slow, if that makes sense. That's why my values are like that. Target compensation and melee target compensation, you would keep these on, trust me. If you take this off, you're not going to hit a single shot, trust me. And same thing with the melee target compensation, you're not going to melee somebody. You're going to need the aim assist, trust me. Alright, so onto the video and audio section. So my brightness, I have that in the middle right here. I used to play with it about right here a while back, but I thought it was too bright, so I just turned it down to the middle, and I thought that was a little bit perfect. So my field of view, I have that on 110. It used to be around 96 or 98 or 100, and 110 actually makes it feel a little bit better, especially since I got a different monitor now. So it just feels better to play on 110. The game just feels smoother. So sprint view shake, I have that on minimal. Audio, I have the master volume and sound effects volume on both 100%, but it doesn't matter because, you know, audio in this game is non-existent and you don't hear footsteps, so it doesn't matter. Like, you're basically just done for. And Respawn sucks at fixing audio anyway, so yeah. So dialogue volume, I have that on 16%. I would keep this on because, you know, when other teams third party you, your character is going to call out as a third party. I'm actually glad they added that in. That didn't used to be a thing in the beginning of Apex, but they added that in I believe Season 2, maybe Season 1, I forgot. Music volume, I have that on 0. Lobby music volume, I have that on 0. I don't really care for the music anymore. I used to have that on. Disable voice chat, convert incoming voice to chat text, I have those both on off. Now I'll show you guys what I use to practice recoil on the firing range. So what I use to practice recoil control, I use the R301. It's my favorite gun in the game. Now I'm not very good at like tutorials and stuff like that, but I'll try my best to describe on how I play around with the recoil on the firing range. So first of all, I use this target dummy and then this target sign in the back. Now I'll show you the R301 nerf first. That's the first thing I'll start with. So when I'm looking at the target, you see how the bullet pattern goes from right to left? I'll show it one more time. It's gonna go from right to left without doing anything. That's what it does. Now the way I combat that is like I just move my thumbstick around a lot and see how I get a perfect 210. Like I just wiggle my thumbstick around. It also helps when people are strafing against you, so you can just track your targets very easily. So that's literally all I do. Just wiggle my thumbstick around. I move my character back and forth, I just strafe a lot. That's the only way I can really describe on how I do recoil control. I'll do it one more time. And that's it. Those are my Apex settings, and that's how I control recoil when I play the game, especially with my favorite gun, the R301. And like I said, this is my first time making a video like this, so I'm not very good at making tutorials or anything like that, so just cut me some slack, okay? I actually hope this actually helped you guys in some way. So I guess I'll see y'all later.